This is the Opal Water Survey, which launched last Wednesday, and it's a survey to get the public going out and looking at their local ponds in their garden or their school grounds or whatever, and they identify the different creatures they can find, do a few different chemical tests on the water, and that tells them something about how healthy their pond is. So we've produced 40,000 of these survey guides with all the instructions on one side, a test to see how clear your water is by count. You put it in a 2-litre bottle, look down through the water and count how many opals are on the opalometer. And that tells you how much sunlight will get through the water. A quick test of the pH to see if it's acid or alkaline. And then the pond dipping, so you can just use a kitchen sieve or a net or whatever you've got, maybe just for your sort of fish tank you've got at home or whatever. Just swish around in the pond for a bit and pour out what you've got into a tray or an ice cream tub or whatever. And then you just have a look through what you've got and use the other side of the guide to identify the different creatures that you can find. And each different creature has a pond health score. So some of these score 10 if they're found in very clean water. 5 are sort of in between. And if you find the animals that just score a 1, they're found in any old sort of grubby pond. So if you only find 1s, it means your pond isn't very good. And we're then getting people to think about how healthy their pond is and to do something about it if they discover it's perhaps not as good as they might like to think it would be. So we're pointing them on to groups like Pond Conservation and the British Dragonfly Society that can give advice on how healthy ponds might be, what you can do to improve them, or how to create a new one. So these are some of the things that we found today. Lots of tadpoles are in the wildlife garden pond. I should say this all came from the museum's wildlife garden pond out on the front lawns earlier today. So we've got mayfly larvae here. They have 3 tails. There are 2 different things that have the 3 tails. It's the mayfly larvae, and then damselfly larvae also do. See if I can see one. Definitely got one in this tray. So I was looking at it earlier. And there's the damselfly here, this bright green one. So they also have 3 tails, but slightly different. And then we've got these cased caddisfly larvae that create a case for themselves out of shells or little bits of twig that provides camouflage and protection for them while they're in this state. And then they emerge as adults, they're actual flies. So these are sort of the baby or the juvenile sort of stages.